This is the way the world could end.
Please, show some mercy.
With ice. With a kiss.
With venom. I probably should have mentioned this. I'm poison. Poison ivy.
And the only man who can stop them.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
Can't do it alone.
Batman will watch his beloved Gotham perish.
Bundle up, boys. There's a storm coming.
Kill the heroes!
It's the hockey team from hell.
Cool party.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right, everyone, chill.
George Clooney.
Julie, I'm not the marrying kind.
I know you've had your wild nights.
Good night. Wild doesn't quite cover it.
Chris O'Donnell.
I want a car. Chicks dig the car.
This is why Superman works alone.
Uma Thurman.
So many people to kill. So little time.
Alicia Silverstone.
And you are?
Batgirl.
That's not awfully PC. What about Bat Person?
Found the Batcave.
She knows who we are.
Guess we'll just have to kill her.
Yep.
In a Joel Schumacher film. Strength and courage.
Partners?
Honor
Partners.
and loyalty.
Partners.
It all comes together.
We're going to need a bigger cave.
Batman and Robin.
As you can tell, we watched Batman and Robin this week. Now, I will admit something here, that if you go in to watch this movie with the wrong mindset, you will either love it or you will hate it. If you go in there as a hardcore Batman fan and expect action-packed, serious Batman, you are going to be totally disappointed. If you go in there and expecting lots of fun, mind of a child, and then you'll love it. Now, if you're anywhere from 5 years old to maybe early teenager, I think you'll love it. If you go in there as an old man, you're going to hate it probably. But
I love it.
Yeah, I liked it. Now, I think from Batman with I don't know why his name keeps, because I did this earlier. Michael Keaton. From there, you went from, kind of fun but more serious Batman to the next one with Val Kilmer, and he was a little bit more playful, and then you went to this one, which is more like your back to your 60s Batman with Adam West, where it was made for kids, totally made for kids. I think this is more like that, where it was made more for kids.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's George Clooney.
Now, as people got older from watching the Michael Keaton one, as people got older, they needed a more serious Batman, but instead they went the opposite direction. So I think that's why this one got such a low score. And I didn't mention it, but where'd it go? This one got a 12% on the tomato meter with a 16% audience score. Now, some of them got, let's see, an amiable, almost farcical Batman episode with George in Nespresso mode. I don't know. The movie has its entertaining flashes, but there's too much bat jive and bat hokum. A loud, long, and pointless spectacle. Batman and Robin really feels as if director Joel Schumacher was painting by numbers. Yeah. So, a lot of people hated it because it was more kid-like. But if you go in there expecting a little bit of fun, I think, like I said, like I keep saying, I think you'll like it. But, so, some information about the movie, kind of a synopsis about it. The superhero adventure finds Batman and his partner Robin attempting to foil the sinister schemes of a deranged set of new villains, most notably the melancholy Mr. Freeze, who wants to make Gotham into an Arctic region, and the sultry Poison Ivy, a plant-living femme fatale. As a dynamic duo contends with these bad guys, a third hero, Batgirl, joins the ranks of the city's crime fighters. Now, when you go in there and you see that Batgirl's going to be in there, and she don't show up till the very end, I think it should have been saved as a surprise, but of course nowadays everybody knows about it, but, So, let's see. The director was Joel Schumacher, produced by Peter McGregor Scott, written by Bob Kane and Akiva Goldsman. It was released in theaters on June 20th, 1997, and then streaming on October 21st, 97. That don't sound right. But that's what it says. Oh, it's 2 hours and 10 minutes long, by Warner Brothers Pictures. So, some of the cast and crew: Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dr. Victor Freeze, or Mr. Freeze. George Clooney as Bruce Wayne or Batman. Chris O'Donnell as Dick Grayson or Robin. Uma Thurman as Dr. Pamela Isley or Poison Ivy. Alicia Silverstone as Barbara Wilson or Batgirl. And Michael Gow as Alfred Pennyworth. And the budget was 125 to 160 million, but it did make 238 million in box office. So they made their money back. It just was, failed on the ratings. Not ratings, reviews. Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess just not all of the kids are reviewing the movie, all right?
And then plus, even though it says right here, the genre of the movie is a comedy, action, and adventure movie with a rating of PG-13. So you can't go in thinking there's just going to be a bunch of blood and gore and beating each other up and stuff like that.
It had nipples and it showed their butt. Well, not really showed their butt, but it had a butt in the suits and stuff, and so it just looked like they had fun doing it.
I liked the movie. I don't know any other way to say it except I liked it.
I liked it too, because when I start watching a movie, I change my mindset to whatever that movie is. If I haven't seen it before, it might change throughout the movie. And sometimes I might have to watch the movie again with that mindset that I eventually went to. But this one I kind of knew. My son is 6 years old. I went in there pretending like I was him watching it. And I enjoyed it. Hopefully, if you go in there watching it like I said earlier, anywhere from like 6 to early teens, I think you'll enjoy it. So
it's a good. Like I said, it's a good. To me, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it a whole lot. Yeah. But then again, I enjoy the older versions of Batman, and maybe that's just because that's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
Was these funnier comedic types of Batman. I know that he's supposed to be a dark and kind of just a vigilante, so he was supposed to always be dark, but this is just the Batman that I grew up on. So I enjoyed it a whole lot more, I think.
Now, even watching the movie, whenever there are certain points in the movie, like Bane repeats a bunch of stuff. Like every time he puts a bomb down, he says "bomb, bomb, bomb." That is not for an adult to, keep reminding adult what it is. It's for those little kids who don't. It don't look like a bomb. So they're showing a kid, hey, this is a bomb, and they keep doing it, for comedic value for the little kids, because he keeps going bomb, 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 and then every little tagline that Mr. Freeze says, he keeps saying stuff over and over again. You can clearly tell this movie was straight up made for a kid, straight up.
Yeah.
And, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Was one time that what Mr. Freeze said. And, Robin one time says he wants a car. He goes, I want a car. Chicks dig the car. And then Batman said, this is why Superman works alone.
Holy Rusted Metal Batman.
Oh, that was in the last one.
Was that one before?
That was in Val Kilmer's one, yeah.
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
And he goes, huh? And he goes, it's metal. It's holy and rusted. Yeah. Yeah.
But it had antics like that in it.
Yeah. And Mr. Freeze said, stay cool, bird boy.
Oh, yeah. I just thought it was funny that it had to be a giant diamond.
Yeah.
Just like, what? Because they call diamonds ice.
I'm looking through all these catchphrases, or quotes, and every single one of them was Mr. Freeze just about.
Because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, not just that, but he had so many quotes from the movie, like "The Iceman Cometh," "Freezing Hell, Batman." Tonight, hell freezes over.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, like, Batman says, hey, Freeze, the heat is on.
George Clooney at his finest.
Oh, the henchman runs in there. Excuse me, Chief, I got something here you might want to see. And then Freeze freezes him. And he goes, I hate when people talk during the movie. Oh, and when Poison Ivy came in there and told Mr. Freeze what she wanted to do about destroying everybody and just being him and her to repopulate the world, and he goes, yeah, Adam and Evil.
Yeah. She was pretty evil.
Yeah. She wanted to kill everybody, so yeah.
Yeah.
Because she said, so many people to kill, so little time.
Mm-hmm.
That one time she goes, as I told Lady Friedson, I pulled her plug. This is a one-woman show.
Yeah, she had to end up killing his wife. Oh,
no.
Agatha.
She thought she killed him.
Well, yeah. Still a Agatha.
And they didn't show, Dr. Jason Woodrow killing Poison Ivy. It's kind of, what do you call it? Thought that he did, but he kind of did, and she resurrected as, Poison Ivy, but,
Yeah.
There's a lot of quotes from Mr. Freeze.
Because he's always talking.
But no, it's mainly because he says so much stuff that little kids will probably think it's funny. And like Robin says, nice catch, and Batman says, you break it, you buy it. And then Mr. Freeze says, take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Call me in the morning.
But just looking at my background, I know some people are probably listening to the podcast. You can clearly tell, these suits are made, for the kiddos to enjoy. PG-13. But we'll go to trivia. Most of the scenes with Batgirl were cut because Alicia Silverstone had gained a few pounds during production, and the wardrobe team had to refit her costume. When the press discovered the news, they slammed Silverstone's weight gain and mocked the actress for being too fat to fit into her costume. Director Joel Schumacher publicly defended Silverstone during interviews and press meetings, joking, "What is this girl's big sin? That she ate some pizza?" When the taunting continued, Schumacher lashed out at the reporters that taunted her. He said in a magazine interview, "It was horrible. I thought it was very cruel. She was a teenager who gained a few pounds, like all of us do at certain times. I would confront female journalists and I'd say, with so many young people suffering from anorexia and bulimia, why are you crucifying this girl?" I did not know that. But he's right. Everybody judging a girl for gaining weight, and we wonder why there's so many young people suffering from anorexia and bulimia. It's because everybody, crucifies people for all this. But hey, props for Joel Schumacher for doing that. In later interviews, director Joel Schumacher blamed studio pressure to make the film more toyetic, a showcase for remarkable toys and games. In a making of documentary on a DVD, he apologized to disappointed fans. So, I guess he was told to make it more toyetic, which means they can make more toys and make kids want to go get those toys. And I can understand that. That's what he did.
Yeah.
That's what he was told to do, and that's what he did, and now nobody likes the movie. Well, not nobody, but some people. George Clooney's been known to refund people who saw this film. Wow. Hey, refund me. I've seen it a lot, so that means you owe me a lot. When filming was over, George Clooney quipped, "I think we just killed the series." Well, I think it was you. I think it was the...
Don't you say it.
What? I think it was the people who reviewed the movie.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Val Kilmer for a minute.
No.
Val
I like Val
Batman.
Kilmer.
He was the best
The
Batman to
critics.
ever play Batman.
The critics killed the series, I think. Now, if they would have made it not as toyetic like they quoted, then I think it would have been a better movie. Okay, this is what I was trying to get at when Mr. Freeze has got so many quotes. Mr. Freeze says 27 ice puns throughout the movie. That's what I was trying to get at with Mr. Freeze had so many quotes in the movie because he had so many ice puns. That's what I was trying to think of. Thank you. Just thought of it. Yeah. So, Joel Schumacher. Wow, I butchered that. Joel Schumacher had several meetings with Warner Brothers trying to convince them to let him make another Batman movie. He wanted to take the film back to its darker roots and make a Batman Year One movie. Schumacher wanted to cast Kurt Russell as a young Commissioner Gordon and Selena Kyle as a young, beautiful African-American woman living in the ghetto.
Kurt Russell as Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah. Warner Brothers decided not to rehire Schumacher, and the next Batman film stayed in development limbo for years until Batman Begins in 2005.
That's what ruined the series. The new Batmans.
I enjoy the new Batmans, but I think I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I think they could have just went ahead and made it a more serious movie going on with the series, and maybe did a flashback of the training.
Yeah, what I don't understand is the whole Batman Begins. Like, okay, so he goes on top of this place and he learns from the monks or whatever, or whoever he learned from, all the stuff he learned. That's not true. That's not in any of the comic books. None. He didn't learn all that stuff. And that has not, really and truthfully to me, that really has nothing to do with even the Batman series. Okay, so he makes a batarang with a piece of metal, and he learns how to throw it like a Chinese star. Like, that's the subtotal of what you get out of Batman from that movie. I mean, I'm sorry, but to me, I like the darkness. Yes, the dark Batman is what they needed, I guess, coming forward, going forward to compete with, say, Marvel, because, Batman is Dark Horse DC. So to compete with Marvel, yes, they needed to bring something dark into it, but to me, they ruined the series because the movies don't really line up. They don't. I mean, it just seems like they're so.
Well,
they're almost like it's just they're almost.
What I hated was I'm Batman. I talk
all.
like
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, like who are you? Like, come on, Batman didn't do
They
that.
still make fun of it.
Yeah.
To this day, people make fun of the way he talks. Batman.
Dude, I love Batman in the videos you see on YouTube and stuff. That dude that says Batman, because he's always like, "I am Batman," and he has the mask on that just like covers this much.
Yeah.
The plastic one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's so funny, and he makes fun of him all the time.
He does. All right, George Clooney called the film a waste of money. In later interviews, he called it the biggest break I ever had since it got him into Hollywood, resulting in more successful roles later on. I thought he was already doing movies.
He wasn't as big as what he is now.
Okay.
Not for sure. He was still kind of he was a name, and he was starting to get there.
Okay.
But this movie right here skyrocketed him.
Okay.
I don't think it was a breakout film, but this helped him get to his.
Yeah, it helped him get into
Yeah.
more successful roles. Okay, I got it. Uma Thurman felt the campy and farcical tone fit the film, enjoyed the creative license she was given in regards to her character, and credits Batman and Robin as less of a career killer and more of her first real experience with a high-budget Hollywood blockbuster. Okay.
And Uma Thurman was a big name. She is a big name. So... And what? This was probably one of Alicia Silverstone's first movies, or one of her first bigger movies.
No.
She had Clueless.
Yeah, she had Clueless.
I mean...
That was her breakout. And then she went to this.
Because did she have... what was the other one that she did where she was a... there was another one she did. I can't remember. Like she was a lawyer or she was something or another. But I can't remember.
I know what you're thinking of, Legally Blonde, and I don't think that was her.
Yeah. Was it not her?
I don't think so.
Maybe it wasn't.
Let's see.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. I liked her in this movie. It gave her a more... It made her character was kind of smarter. She played a naive character, but her character was smart. And that gave her... It showed that she had a different... she could play a variety of characters. Instead of just that clueless blonde. She could play other parts.
I didn't know she was in Wonder Years for one episode.
Wasn't she also the one that did...
she was in The Crush. She did a bunch of Aerosmith music videos.
Yes, she did.
I did know that, and I did forget about that. Then she did Clueless. And, she was in Hideaway, the Dean Koontz book. movie. I forgot about that. She played the daughter. And
did
then she did Clueless, which is her breakout role. And she was in The Babysitter. And then she did Batman and Robin, Excess Baggage, Blaster in the Past. She never really did any... I don't see anything that she really, way up there.
I thought she was in Sweet Home Alabama. Was that not her?
No.
No, that was not her.
You're trying. I don't see nothing that really was up there. And wow. She was in a Clueless Super Bowl commercial that just came out this year. I didn't watch any of the Super Bowl commercials.
I watched the whole Super Bowl. You know I did.
How was the commercial?
They weren't as good as they used to be by any means, shape, fashion, or form. There was no.
I even stopped watching for the commercials because I was, and then I was just watching like YouTube, the commercials, the Super Bowl commercials on YouTube. I haven't done that the last 2 years.
Well, it's became so political now.
I did
watch. Can't have commercials like they used to.
I did watch the halftime show. Was it this year or last year with Eminem and
that was last year's
Snoop Dogg and all that?
Yeah,
I did watch that one.
That was the best halftime show you'll ever have. You will never see a good halftime show like that again.
Dude, that was freaking awesome. I love that one.
You won't see one like that again.
No, I want to see George Clooney because since he said this is the one he broke out in. Let's see. Where is it? I'm trying to... There we go. What movie? What year? 97 or something like that? That just came out?
Yeah.
Let's... I don't even see... There, yep. Alright, he was... Something... a bunch of TV series.
Oh, yeah. I think he
like single episodes. He was in The Facts of Life. He played George Burnett in 17 episodes. I didn't know that. A couple episodes of Murder, She Wrote. An episode of The Golden Girls. Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Come on, nobody knows that he was in that? Okay. He was in 11 episodes of Roseanne. I didn't know that. I forgot. But I didn't. I do remember him being in Roseanne. Let's see here. 19 episodes of a TV series called Sisters as the detective James Falconer. He was on Friends? I didn't know that.
He did have some, yeah.
Okay, so the movie I remember him being in before Batman and Robin, which I didn't know it was before Batman and Robin, but the one I really remembered him from before I watched Batman and Robin, From Dusk Till Dawn. That was a 1996 movie.
I've not seen that.
You haven't seen From Dusk Till Dawn? What?
I mean, I've always meant to watch it, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I might have to end up doing it.
Yeah, because let's see.
Didn't he play in like a hospital? Wasn't he in a TV series about surgeons?
Hold on. I think it was called ER, but I'm looking for it. I don't see ER on here. Yep, ER. 94 to 2009. 109 episodes. He was Doug Ross.
I watched every episode of ER.
That's another one I remembered him from 94.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved that series.
I couldn't get into it.
If I could find it somewhere, I would go back and watch every episode all over again.
I actually want to watch all the episodes because everybody in high school always watched it.
It was good. I enjoyed it. It was a decent drama. Nothing could happen that happened in that, but it was a decent drama that wasn't too soap opera. Soap opera.
Oh, and in 2000 he was in an Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yes, he was.
Spy Kids.
Yep, he was in Spy Kids.
Oop.
I watched that with my kids.
Another series that he was in. Do you remember? Movies.
Another series of movies.
Yeah.
Was he in the Ocean's?
Yep, that's
Ocean's
what I was looking for. Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13.
Yeah, I had to think back for a second.
Dude, I loved him in those movies.
Yeah, those were good. Oh, dude, I loved Halle Berry in was it Ocean's 11?
I don't remember.
But yeah, dude, yeah, he played.
And he was doing that while he was doing ER. All those Ocean's movies was during while he was doing ER.
I like him for the simple fact that he can play different parts. He can play comedic parts. He can play serious parts.
He can play Batman.
I don't know if he could play an evil person. I don't know how he would be as a villain. Maybe like a very smart villain, like a not one that kills people, but one that's very smart, like figuring out, like Ocean's 11, stealing stuff. Like a Batman, but an evil version, if you will. I think he would make a good, like smart villain. But as far as him just going out and hacking and slashing, that's not his style. I don't think he'll play that. But I like him because he can play a lot of different roles. And I think that's why I like his acting so much.
From Dusk Till Dawn was a 63% on Tomato Meter, 76% audience score.
I'll just watch it on my own.
It's subscription on HBO Max. Now, I never try to watch 2, 3, or 4, or whatever that they came out with. But, alright, let's move on. Now, do you know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is?
Do you know the Muffin Man? Yeah, I know.
He's played Hercules. He's played Conan the Barbarian. That was back in '82. Then Conan the Destroyer. He was the Terminator.
He was Commando in the movie Commando.
And Red Sonja. Raw Deal, Predator. Oh, dude, Predator.
The original Predator.
Oh yeah, freaking awesome. The Running Man, which I don't think was.
That's a great movie.
Didn't they? The critics hate The Running Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It didn't do good at all.
Red Heat.
But to me, it was a great movie.
Oh, dude, Twins. I love.
Oh,
dude,
Twins. Yes, great movie. Great movie.
Total Recall. Another classic.
Total Recall.
Kindergarten Cop was funny. Man, this dude, he can play funny. He can play serious. He can play freaking Terminator.
Yeah, he can play action. He can be a villain. He can be a school teacher for kindergarten kids. Like dude, I'm sorry, and he can also be a bodybuilder because that's what he came to do.
Last Action Hero, True Lies, Junior.
True Lies is so good.
I think the critics hated Eraser, but I enjoyed Eraser.
Eraser was good.
And that was all. And Jingle All the Way, I think critics hated that one too. That was all before Batman and Robin.
Yeah, dude, the man has been famous since he came to the United States. I mean, and look now, he's the mayor of California.
No, he was
or was the mayor of Cali. Yeah. He said it, California.
Yeah. Then the Expendables, and then he went back to Terminator.
Yeah, the Terminator
Genesis. Well, that's the YouTube Chronicles. Terminator Dark Fate.
No, the one he did come back for like one of the last ones.
Yeah, as an old Terminator or whatever.
Yep, to help save everybody.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, so don't say nothing.
Okay. I've watched every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie I think that's ever been made.
Back to trivia. Did you know before filming began, Arnold Schwarzenegger had heart surgery? I didn't know this.
Wait, like this?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it was just like that. Studios were aware that Arnold Schwarzenegger developed a heart condition, were reluctant to insure him for an action movie, so he had open heart surgery shortly after being cast and was fully recovered before filming began.
So I'm essentially Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm essentially just Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what I just
show
just
your
had
muscles.
mine.
I want to see your muscles. Okay. Anyways.
I'm essentially Arnold Schwarzenegger, though. I mean, I had open heart surgery. I'm trying to be like him. It's not a tumor, you know. That I can say it.
2 extras were arrested and fired after attempting to sell secretly shot footage. Wow.
Oh wow! I guess to like just huge buffs or something.
I guess. Director Joel Schumacher said in an interview about this movie, if there's anyone that let's say loved Batman Forever and went into Batman and Robin with great anticipation, if I disappoint them in any way, then I really want to apologize because it wasn't my intention. My intention was just to entertain them. And that's exactly what this movie was.
It's an
It was just to entertain them. It wasn't to do anything else. Oh, during shooting, George Clooney visited his friends on the set of ER in full costume.
That's amazing.
He would just show up to set in his Batman costume. That's funny. That's cool. That was something amazing. I would do. Dude, I think I like George Clooney even better now.
He's a jokester.
According to John Glover, who played Dr. Jason Woodrow, Joel Schumacher would sit on a crane with a megaphone and yell before each take. Remember, everyone, this is a cartoon. It was hard to act because that kind of set the tone for the film, which it did. Yeah, it kind of was, you know,
it had
like
that
a cartoon
antic to it.
Yeah,
it really. Yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, and I think back and look back, it did have that.
Yeah, it did.
That cartoon antic.
It really
to
did.
It really, yeah. But I like that. You know, that's. I don't know why, but that's just it did something for the.
You know, reading this trivia just more or less just proves what I was saying. You got to go into this movie like a kid and just be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second Batman movie which the actor playing the main villain, in this case Mr. Freeze, is billed over the actor playing Batman. In Batman, Jack Nicholson, who plays the Joker, was top billed over Michael Keaton, who played Batman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson was way more popular.
Yeah.
Than he was at that time.
Michael Keaton. Everybody laughed and thought, did not want Michael Keaton playing Batman, but I think Michael Keaton was one of the best Batmans we actually had.
Yeah. Yeah, well...
I wouldn't say he was the best. I would say he's one of the best.
Me too, by far.
I want to see the Flash movie for the simple fact that Michael Keaton was in it. And according to just watching the trailer, he was in a lot of the movie.
As
what?
I wonder what.
Michael Keaton played Batman in most of the Flash movie.
Oh, did he actually play the Batman part in the?
Yes, Michael Keaton played Batman in the Flash movie.
I didn't know that. Now I want to see it too.
Dude, I might, go pick you up and go watch it, and then we'll talk about it. We'll do
a new one.
We'll do a special.
Special movie.
Yeah.
Is it a new movie that's just coming out?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
it's been supposed to be coming out for the last couple of years, but all the controversy with the guy who plays the Flash.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely. Yeah, we need to watch that.
I don't want to watch it because of that guy. I didn't really like him in the. The Superman and Friends or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. Oh,
Justice League.
Yeah, the Justice League. That movie, I didn't really like that guy who played the Flash in the Justice League movies.
They're gonna do. I guess they're doing one about each one. I'm glad. That makes me happy that they brought Michael Keaton back to play Batman.
Yeah. Whenever we get done, watch the trailer. He is in a lot of the trailer.
I'll definitely do that. Yeah, I'll definitely do
that.
And
I think that's probably what they were wanting to do, is show him a lot in the movie to get people to go. Because nobody wants to watch that one guy who's playing the Flash. Because
it's funny though how they do that. They get like you said, a co-star that is really a whole lot bigger than the star of the movie, and the sometimes it just blows that star up because of the person in the movie that's with them.
Yeah. The first Batman movie not be the highest grossing movie of the summer in which it was released. Chris O'Donnell confirmed in a 2012 interview that a Robin/Nightwing spinoff was planned alongside Batman Unchained. However, he reported the plans were scrapped after the poor reception of Batman and Robin. Oh, that kind of sucks. Because I've been wanting to watch a Robin-Nightwing spinoff.
Yeah, I was hoping they would do like just a Robin series.
Yeah.
Or even just and instead they did like the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
That was, Robin.
This is the only film in the original Batman series in which Tim Burton had no involvement. He directed Batman, which I knew, and Batman Returns, and worked as a producer in Batman Returns and Batman Forever.
They should have brought him in.
Yep.
I mean...
They should have. In an interview, the cast members were asked what item from filming they would like to take home. Arnold Schwarzenegger said he would be taking Mr. Freeze's armor home. Yeah, he's the only one that can freaking wear it.
Exactly.
Uma Thurman said that she wanted Ivy's floral throne. Ellen McPherson said she just wanted a cap or something with the movie's logo before anyone else. George Clooney said he wanted McPherson. Well, did they let him take her home?
Right? Did you get it?
Chris O'Donnell revealed that despite hanging out with Arnold Schwarzenegger a lot offset and during promotion for the film, that they never worked a single day together. This was achieved with stand-ins when one of the actors wasn't available.
Oh, wow.
What?
Maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger was doing other movies at the time or something?
Oh.
Or filming of other movies, so he couldn't be there when they shot his parts?
I don't know.
But who in the hell in this world is the size of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I have no idea. When George Clooney accepted the role of Batman, he immediately called his cousin Miguel Ferrer. Ferrer is a Batman fan whose father, Jose Ferrer, was the first actor offered the role of the Joker in Batman in 1966. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Batman limps visibly inside the Freeze rocket. During filming, George Clooney injured his lower leg playing basketball. He needed to cut the boot off his batsuit in order to wear a cast. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. After the film's poor box office returns, several Batman projects were considered for the next Batman movie. One was a direct sequel, Batman Unchained, written by Mark Protosevich. The second was an adaptation of the graphic novel Batman Year One. The last was a live-action adaptation of Batman Beyond. Instead, the series was rebooted with Batman Begins. I still think that was a mistake too, but I liked it, but I don't think they should have.
I don't think it. To me, it just didn't do it. It didn't.
Like,
it didn't do.
will they keep doing, the origin story? It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when they brought Superman back, they did like a quick 5-minute thing. That's fine. But will you do like a whole movie after you've already been doing Batman movies? You do another movie where, I don't.
How many different ways can Batman discover the Batcave, and how many different ways can Batman's parents die? I mean,
After Val Kilmer refused to return for this film, David Duchovny was also considered for the role of Bruce Wayne / Batman. He was later considered for the same role in Batman Begins. Who in the hell is that guy?
David Duchovny?
Yeah. X-Files. Yeah. The X-Files dude. Agent Mulder. Yeah. I knew I recognized him. Couldn't think of it. Oh, I could kind of see him as Batman. But I think he was maybe too well known for X-Files.
Yeah.
But of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger was known for Terminator and Conan, so,
Yes.
Guess I can't really say that.
And Predator.
As of 2021, this is the only appearance of Batgirl in a live-action Batman feature film. I think, now we got that series on HBO Max. Voted as the number one in Empire Magazine's 50 worst movies ever. Wrestler Jeep Swenson died 2 months after the film's released. I wonder, was that who played Bane? I wonder.
No, I'm not for sure.
Yep, he played Bane. He played Bane. Okay. He died 2 months after the movie. Wow. I guess all the venom. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. The Batman costume was a 50-pound rubber bodysuit with a 40-pound rubber cape attached to the headpiece. Batgirl's and Robin's costume weighed 50 pounds each. Mr. Freeze's weighed 75 pounds. That is like nothing to our old folk.
Yeah.
That is... Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger previously appeared as himself in a photograph in Max Schreck's office in Batman Returns. Okay, I don't think that really matters. When comparing work of Batman Forever to this film, Crystal Dawn explained, "It just felt like everything got a little soft the second time. On Batman Forever, I felt like I was making a movie. The second time, I felt like I was making a kid's toy commercial." Yeah. He also complained of the Robin costume, saying it was more involved and uncomfortable than the one he wore in Batman Forever, with a glued-on mask which caused sweat to pool on his face. Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah. It was like a kid's toy commercial. Exactly.
Yeah.
The roller coaster Mr. Freeze at Six Flags Over Texas was supposed to open in '97 with the release of the film. Arnold Schwarzenegger and George Clooney were scheduled to appear at the opening of the Gotham City area and be the first to ride Mr. Freeze. Troubles with the launch system delayed the opening until '98. Schwarzenegger never appeared because he had another promised project at the time. Clooney decided not to go because Schwarzenegger didn't. I did ride Mr. Freeze there.
I rode it as well.
George Clooney and the stunt doubles went through 50 rubber bat suits. Okay. Val Kilmer was asked if he wanted to play Batman again, but by his own admission and due to his commitment with The Saint, was not interested. After experiencing difficulty working with Kilmer on Batman Forever, Joel Schumacher was insistent that the actor not return for the fourth film in the franchise. Fortunately, Kilmer wanted to make The Saint instead, so Schumacher was able to recast the role of Batman. Okay. If not for their universally negative reaction to the film, 2 sequels are planned. Batman Unchained, a direct sequel, would have George Clooney and Crystal Dawn reprising the roles, although there were no plans for Alicia Silverstone to return. Scarecrow and Harley Quinn would have been the main villains, with cameos from past villains in the series appearing as hallucinations due to Scarecrow's fear gas. I'm keeping that in the podcast. I'm not editing that out. The film was going to take the film back to its darker roots. Yeah, they should have went then.
I don't know. I think the darker roots is what really hurt the Batman series.
Well, I don't know. Darker than what they were in this film, yes. Dark, period, just straight up dark, no.
Yeah.
The other film was Robin Nightwing spinoff, which they should have done, with O'Donnell reprising his role as Dick Grayson, Robin Nightwing. It is speculated that if films beyond Batman Unchained were to be made, O'Donnell would be Nightwing rather than Robin. The idea remained in limbo until the parts of the plot reworked for the 2015 video game Batman Arkham Knights.
I want him to make a Robin series or a movie.
And George Clooney says he always apologizes for Batman.
don't know why. I guess it's just my childhood.
George Clooney hates the film. It's rumored that at various times that if you meet Clooney and tell him that you saw the film, he will give your money back, and he has outright stated that he apologized for the movie whenever he gets the chance. However, Clooney also said he doesn't regret doing it at all, and in fact credits the film for making him a leading man in Hollywood. He had previously been a TV actor. He still keeps a poster of the film in his home office as a warning to himself. Okay. Pat Hingle and Michael Gough are the only actors to appear in the first 4 Batman films. Now, Michael Gough was the butler. Pat Hingle. I'm trying to think of who. Commissioner Gordon. Duh. I knew that. Batman co-creator Bob Kane died 1 year after the film was released. Oh. After the film's negative reception, plans for Tim Burton's Superman Lives have been shut down. The movie would have been a first attempt to have a shared universe between Batman and Superman, with George Clooney reprising his roles of Batman and with Nicolas Cage as Superman. Huh, okay. I heard that there was talks at one time for Nicolas Cage being Superman, and this was it. Arnold Schwarzenegger was paid $25 million, then the biggest ever salary for a movie star. He later beat his own record when he was paid $30 million for Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. Arnold Schwarzenegger declined to reprise his role of Conan for Conan the Conqueror, later rewritten as Kull the Conqueror, to star as Mr. Freeze in this film. Ralph Moeller, who plays one of Mr. Freeze's asylum guards, would subsequently play the title role in the television series Conan the Adventurer. Director Joe Schumacher took full responsibility for the film's failure, saying, "I didn't do a good job. George Clooney did. Chris O'Donnell did. Uma Thurman is brilliant in it. Arnold Schwarzenegger was Arnold Schwarzenegger."
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Now, this is the first Batman movie since Batman in 1966 to not be nominated for any Academy Awards.
Because people hated the movie.
Uma Thurman doesn't regret taking the part because she says that playing Poison Ivy was a nicely creative experiment.
I'm sure it was.
Although considered a flop, the film was the highest grossing Warner Brothers film of '97, both domestically and worldwide.
Oh, wow. And they still consider it a flop. That's funny.
Arnold Schwarzenegger only worked 6 weeks on the film. Jeep Swenson was chosen to play Bane after the stuntman on Batman Returns recommended him. Joe Schumacher said, "I think he had the biggest biceps on record at the time. He was a sweet guy with a young family." And then Swenson unexpectedly died of heart failure at the age of 40 soon after premiering the movie. Yeah. Yeah, Bane did have some big biceps.
Yeah, Bane was huge.
Hulk Hogan was Joe Schumacher's third choice to play Mr. Freeze. Who was his second, or his first, or whatever. George Clooney was reported to have opted out of playing the title role in a proposed Green Hornet movie to take the role of Batman.
Well, they did okay with the Green Hornet.
Besides Ed Harris and Patrick Stewart and Hulk Hogan and Sylvester Stallone, Anthony Hopkins was one of Joe Schumacher's other choices for Mr. Freeze. It was also considered for the role of Alfred in Batman Begins. Yeah, I don't know about that. Joe Schumacher solemnly predicted that he will forever be known as the man who gave the world an intense case of bat nipples. "I think that will be on my gravestone. It's how I'll be remembered," Schumacher said in an interview with Variety at the Hamptons Film Festival. Yeah.
Bat nipples.
Yeah, he did have a bad case of bat nipples. Now, there's a lot more trivia on here, and it would take... Holy shite. It took 4 hours for Chris O'Donnell to get in his Robin costume. But no, it would take probably 10 hours of a podcast to do all this trivia. Man. I'm still scrolling down and scrolling. Scroll. Of course, a bunch of this is stupid. Like, who cares about this? Arnold Schwarzenegger and Vivica A. Fox share the same birthday, July 30th.
Trivia about one of the people in the movie.
Wow, this is... I'm still scrolling down. Okay. Okay, so... Alright. I think that's enough for this movie. What do you think?
Probably.
Alright, so... Alright, that's enough for Batman and Robin. Like we said, mindset. Be like a kid. Expected to be entertained. You know, don't expect to, you know... anything other than that. It's more like a kid movie. Don't expect to be a serious Batman at all, and I think you'll enjoy it. What do you say?
Yeah, you're right. Go in. Don't go into it thinking it's going to be one of the dark, dungeony now Batman movies. Excuse me. Sorry. Go into it expecting a comedy, expecting the old school Batman. Comedic value. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you like puns, you'll definitely enjoy the movie.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just go in with the mindset of a younger teenager to tweens, stuff like that, and just comedy. And I think you'll enjoy the movie.
Yeah. All right. So next week, this is a movie that Brandon had mentioned before. And so I was wanting to visit it. It didn't score low on critics. It was below 50%. It was at a 41% with a 66% audience score. It is showing on Netflix. I don't know if you have that or not.
Oh yeah.
But I want to say Arnold Schwarzenegger. Wow. Alright, I will say Patrick Swayze's in it.
Is it Roadhouse?
Yes, it is! Yeah. We're going to do Roadhouse next week.
Dude, I'm watching it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. So you'll be quoting the movies for us.
Love the movie.
I picked it just for you, buddy. So next week, expect Roadhouse. And until then, have fun watching the movies.
As always.
This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.